Hey guys, Mike Bazillion, Berkshire Adventure Fitness. I'm out here this morning, just finished a ruck, and I want to go over some equipment, right? Everybody loves gear, so let's talk a little bit about gear. In order to get out safely this time of year, you need the right gear, okay? And these are things you put under your shoes in order to have enough traction that you don't slip, fall, and break your neck, okay? Because trust me, I've slipped a couple times this year, land on my wrist, when I wasn't wearing some of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is go over about 4 pairs of different kinds of traction that you can get, okay? This pair right here, I believe are called ice trekkers. This pair right here is very universal. They're very inexpensive, maybe in the $30 range. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere right around there. And they offer a level of traction that, if you can see the ground here today, all it is basically is some sort of hardened frozen snow. It's not quite ice, but it's hard snow. It's very slippery. There's plenty of, you can find grass today, but in order to be out here safely, you have to have these. If you're gonna be here in Great Barrington, if you're gonna hit Monument Mountain, Flag Rock, Loris Tower, any of those trails, you need some kind of footwear, proper traction in order to do it safely. So this pair right here, I would say, was one of the most universal. It doesn't have any real claws, but these little diamond-shaped grabbers here, I don't know, for no better word, whatever to call them, they just work. They will work on hard, icy stuff reasonably well. If it's a steeper trail, you might want a little bit more protection, okay? So these are the ice trekkers. Going down the mountain, let's say you're going down Monument, you're going down wherever you're going, and there's hard, icy spots. You're gonna need a little more teeth to grab into that ice. This pair here is from a company called Catula. These are called micro spikes, and I believe they make several different kinds, so you'd have to do a little research on your own. But what you're gonna see here is these have real sharp teeth. These teeth will dig into that snow and ice aggressively. This will be right under your toe, so on your way down, and you're going kind of balls of the feet first, you can have a lot of confidence in your traction. You're really not gonna fall with these things here. And they're okay going over rocks. You feel like, oh, they're gonna be slippery on the rocks. No, they're not bad at all. They actually provide an amazing amount of traction, okay? Let's take it a step further now. This pair is from LL Bean. They're called, it's the LL Bean Traction. It's called the BOA closure system, okay? And these, I tell you what, when I first saw them, my first thought was, you know, there's a few too many moving parts on them. But then I said to myself, you know what, LL Bean always makes a good product, so I'm gonna give them a try. And this pair here is, these are hardy. This is what I would wear if I was out for a full day hike today, this time of year where there's definitely gonna be ice on the trail. The way these work, you pull this ring out, and then that'll allow these steel cords to expand here or to come out, and then you just simply put them under your feet and then push down on the button, and then you tighten it. That adjustability is beautiful, because when you're out there, if they do start to get a little uncomfortable, again, I'm talking about an all-day adventure. You can loosen them up a little bit just to get a little breathing room in there. And then if they are getting loose because you've been doing a lot of downhill, you can simply give the thing a little twist and you can tighten them right up. Easy cheesy. You don't even have to take your gloves off. But if you look at the bottoms of these, this is legit right here, right? This is some legit traction. These are great spikes. Let me tell you about the downfall and why maybe the simple ice trekker pair that I showed you first is maybe the way to go. This pair here and those Catula, the red ones that I showed you, on a warmer day, when the temperature gets north of 32 Fahrenheit, the snow gets sticky, right? And the snow will stick into these things a little bit. And then the next thing you know, it feels like you got wobble board boots, and you don't really want that either. So temperature also comes into play when you're picking out the right footwear. If you're thinking, Mike, I just want one pair, tell me the pair to get. I probably would go with those Catula micro spikes because they're right in the middle. You can probably hit every ounce of terrain there is. When you get a little more serious about spending time in the backcountry in the winter, I would probably go with this BOA pair. I've really become a big fan of these. I've worn them enough now that they've showed no signs of wear, any of the moving parts or pieces. So I'm excited about that. Okay, last but certainly not least, okay, when you get into all-out freak-out mode and you've got 2 feet of snow on the ground, you're talking about snowshoes. Now, to be honest, guys, here in the Berkshires, you're not gonna need these very much. That last big snowstorm we had in the middle of December, these came in super handy because the next day we were out rucking and I was able to lead the way. Not everybody had snowshoes, but I could lead the way with these, pack the trail down a little bit, and then everybody followed behind me with the right micro spikes on their shoes and boots with gaiters. Gaiters is another whole video, but they were able to walk very comfortably behind me safely, and I broke trail, and then they had plenty of traction. So these are 30 inches, and I'm north of 200 pounds. So they recommended 30 to 35 inches, but quite frankly, I didn't want the bigger ones. They're just too much clomping around. These did the job. The grip on the bottom of these is phenomenal. You can see the spikes on here. I almost slipped and fell right now because I'm not wearing any micro spikes. But these are great. These are from Tubbs. These are, you know, well known. These are the Tubbs Wilderness 30-inch snowshoes. Okay, so guys, that's gonna do it for today. Just a quick tip on safety, and it's such an easy thing, inexpensive way so that you can get outside in the winter, enjoy yourself, and get in an awesome workout. Take care.